on your desk in the late 70s. No issues at all. No issues at all. The PET is actually a computer that deserves more respect in the annals of computer history because it kind of gets overlooked a lot of times. But it was actually a ridiculously powerful machine for the late 70s when it came out. We're going to 3-bet this 77. There you go, Moofy. Yes, yes, they will. The Apple Watch. I have not. I've not purchased. I've not purchased a smartwatch yet. I do not wear a watch. I haven't worn a watch in 2 decades. Since I started carrying a phone with me at all times. That's my watch now. And I feel like a watch is entirely superfluous. And I was never one that used watches as a fashion accessory, anyways. So yeah, it was pretty easy for me to get rid of the watch. I haven't even owned one in a decade and a half, I'm sure. Yeah, the Altair I think is the one I was thinking of, not Sinclair. Cat, I was thinking of the Altair, but yeah. The Sinclair is what the BBC Micro was based on, right? It's actually what the original version of Elite was written on as well, if memory serves. Yeah, the Altair looks pretty impenetrable to me as well, Murphy, I have to say. Um, right, the Apple Warmer 76 makes sense. And I'm pretty sure they were selling the 2 and 2 Plus by 77. Yeah, it seems like Apple's the first major contender, first thing that we would recognize as a computer these days. Like the thing with the Altair is that most people today, like Mufi says, they look at it and they go, it's not really a computer, right? A computer has a keyboard and a screen and that sort of interactivity, what we call a computer today. So yeah, I think the Altair is proof of concept, but yeah, probably the Apple II would be the first home PC, right? First desktop PC. Yeah, the Commodore PET, right? I thought the Commodore PET was earlier than the 80s. That was quite an astonishing machine for the day. Overpriced, I have to say, probably, but I think all the computers were ridiculously priced back then, just because they were new, right? But yeah, I'd say the Apple II and the PET are the two that are the first desktop PCs. The Apple II was much more price friendly for the average person as well. Um, Like pets were generally something that you found in corporations or institutional educational settings. We had a pet at the boarding school I went to, for example. Um, that's where I was exposed to my first pet. Um, but yeah, you wouldn't. The average person wouldn't have had a pet at home typically. BBC was not based on the Sinclair. What was the BBC based on? I'm sure you probably answer the question before you even hear my answer or hear my question. But I know the BBC was based on one of the big manufacturers over there, and Elite was designed for the BBC for slash on the BBC, if I'm remembering correctly.